GPS.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask you.
Wait.
At McDonald's we are.
All right. Where are we right now?
Okay,
40.
30 degrees, 35 minutes. 30 degrees, 35 minutes north latitude. 98 degrees, 17 minutes west longitude. One more time? Everybody good?
No, I got it.
Okay, so we had 30, 35 north latitude, 98, 17 west longitude. Elevation is, take a guess.
Oh, we're higher.
18.
913 feet.
913.
Do your ears pop when you're lower too?
Actually, for some reason now it's 906.
So we minus breathe.
Hold on,
Just keep
we're
We're
falling.
The world's moving that fast.
Hold on, it doesn't know what it is. Now it's 898, 897. We're on a plunging plate, sir.
We're falling right now.
There's an earthquake happening somewhere in Japan.
We're supposed to be on the flip line, and we're not. We should be moving up relative.
Well, you're right. It's going up. Now it's 903, 904.
Listening to you.
So, pick somewhere around 900, guys. It seems to be fluctuating right in there.
Pick somewhere. Around.
Put your little squiggly
Metal
line
thing
up.
somehow messes with it.
That's possible.
Is it about 900?
Okay,
Yeah.
It's at about 900.
what rock is this? Down Mountain Granite. And you remember this is what kind of a texture?
It's a quartz. It's phaneritic.
Phaneritic.
Porphyritic.
And because of the large individual feldspar with phenocrysts. So it's a porphyritic, phaneritic texture. And we would be, in the name, we just simply call it a porphyritic granite. And you remember that the pink is the potassium feldspar. And these whites that you see here, those are the sodium feldspar. Or in your write-ups you might see they call it plagioclase. That would be the sodium feldspar. Orthoclase, another term you sometimes will be reading. Orthoclase is the potassium feldspar. I like to emphasize the chemistry, but I think that helps in terms of this Mayfield-Felsen business.
Bunch of words there.
Don't take chemistry. Conjure up bad feelings.
My goodness.
The heart palpitations begin.
Chemistry's a vocation, right?
Depends who you take our experience in chemistry, our personal experience in chemistry.
Oh, well, remember we also talked about the gray quartz? The smoky quartz? And how that has been produced by radiation damage, primarily the alpha particles coming off of uranium. This is sort of like doing like a field trip on your own. You just stop and look at the tabletops here. In fact, as I mentioned, you go down to the coast in Galveston, all the way down to South Padre. They take all these chunks of rock from central Texas and they cart them down there and they make the piers going out into the Gulf. And you can actually do a field trip. You see the granites, metamorphics, you look at some of the different sandstones. So next time you're down at the coast and you're on one of these piers, look at the rock. People think you're going to be a little aberrant, strange, but that's all right. You can tell them you're looking at the rock, thank you. That's what you do. The rock across the way is the same stuff. In fact, that's where this came from. It's a major quarry operation. This goes back many years. I first came here in 1968, and they were in operation. It was a bit bigger then. And you can see how they're taking the rock out in these blocks. And so they're not so much blasting this material away as cutting down through it with wire lines and slurry, so they get a nice individual slab. Then all the waste pieces that they throw off to the side, that's what ends up down at the bone in here. And they market that as Sunset Granite and various other things. The state capitol has this rock. You see some of it in downtown San Antonio. In fact, just going, looking at the buildings in downtown San Antonio, you can do a field trip. In fact, the South Texas Geological Society, which is based in San Antonio, they have a little guide that if you do a walking tour of the downtown, they talk about the building fronts, and what rock it is, where it came from.
Oh, cool.
I think that's kind of interesting. Okay. Now we have a map, yeah. This is the Llano map. Oh, yeah, we got small enough group that we can see it
Do
here.
it upside down.
Oh, this guy. Well, I'm a teacher, I can read upside down.
No jokes.
Okay, on our first trip, remember we came into Fredericksburg and then came straight north on the farm to market and to here's Enchanted Rock, right there. Okay. And then we came back and here's the Cambrian, the hickory sandstone. And there's more hickory over here that we're going to take a look at before we leave. Okay. In fact, while I've got you all here, you remember at the hickory outcrop we talked about the upper portion being that hematite cemented material, the reddish, then a middle silty zone, and then the bottom a quartz which is not as well sorted, which was a brown color. And that's the bottom part of the hickory, and in fact
Those
some of
stones
those
there?
pieces are the very bottom, right where it was in direct contact with the underlying Precambrian rock.
You're referring to these loose rocks here?
That's right. They're piled up. When the brown. Okay. So,
Sorry, I keep up with
and,
you.
and then we also stopped at the gypsum quarry. This trip, we're coming in over here on this side. Here's 281. And here's Marble Falls. This turquoise right here, that's the Smithwick. And you come over here and you look at the Pennsylvanian, and here's the Smithwick Formation. So that's right there. This is that fault. Did you all get a chance to see the difference in there's a rock on the side, high up, and just suddenly gone, and then it's all pink. No, but anyway, that's where it is. This is the fault right here. Okay. And this is the Precambrian. We are now right there. This is the road that we're on at the present time, right out here.
What is this road number?
1431. 1431. Okay, and we're at a roadside stop immediately across from the granite quarry. Okay, so I mentioned this is the normal fault. The distance of motion along that fault has been calculated over 900 meters. And it's one of several of these normal faults, very large, with significant displacement. 900 meters is quite a ways to move. So the Marble Falls region, that's where the Smithwick, moved down relative to the Precambrian. So the Precambrian is the footwall. So you're on the footwall now. Over here in Marble Falls, you were on the hanging wall. We're going to be continuing on up to Inks Lake, which is right here. And then we're going to, after we look at the rock at Inks Lake, and then we also will be having lunch there in the park. We're going to come back out, and here's another Cambrian outcrop that we're going to stop across, and that's going to be our last stop. So that'll be the early afternoon. So it'll be right there. Okay. So and that'll be the end, and then as you drive back, I recommend you take a look at that fault. So you see it.
And the fault from here, is it down the road?
Yes.
Is that where you had your hand like this?
Yes.
Okay.
I was just trying not to worry the person in front of me, so.
But I was driving, so I had to
I was driving.
But look at where the mountain comes and it meets. It's almost like flat, but there's a line of vegetation, tree vegetation. It's right there. That's that fault line right there. Tree vegetation on the hill and at the bottom of the hill. But you can see it's kind of some tree outcrops right there on that where it meets. So I think I know. Yeah, if you look at it, like, and then there's trees.
I want to introduce you. This is Kathy Villa. Kathy's a graduate of the program. She's had extensive field experience, and she was helping us in the June class, and she's going to be working with us here as well.
Trying to absorb more information. That's all my field books. They still last a long time, so yeah, they're long, drawn out.
1998.
Yeah. Some of them, so it's
Okay.
fun.
Now, for our instructions driving, I'm going to give it in here while we're all together, and then we're going to go take a look at that sandstone quickly.
Excuse me.
We're going to be continuing on down, going to Kingsland. Okay. In fact, we'll actually be going past the city limit sign. And there will be a stoplight, and it's on where Ranch Road 2342 comes into this road. It's a T intersection. And we're going to turn right on that road on 2342 and take that into the park. Now, as you drive toward the park on that road, you'll come to a stop sign. Okay? And at the stop sign, you want to keep to the left. Well, stop at the stop sign. and then continue on to the left. Then you will be on Park Road number 4.
Okay.
When we get into the park, we're going to immediately pull off to the side at the headquarters, and then I'm going to go in and get your stickers to put on your cars.
Okay.
Okay, let's go take a look at that.